dangerous part there, Chip would have been, many of them would have been right here in the Narrows because of its extreme narrowness, strong currents, and the 90-degree bend in the river called the Devil's Elbow. The Devil's Elbow got its name because many men lost their lives on this stretch of the river. Those fearless lumberjacksmen would ride their lumberjacks down the Narrows, being unable to control them because of the small current, and crash in the right-hand base and either be seriously injured or sometimes even lose their life. Now coming up in this next cove off to your left side, it'll be on the right wall of the cove, about 6 feet up from the water, there's an inscription. Now this inscription is very weathered and hard to read, but it does say, Leroy Gates, Dells and River Pilot from 1849 to 58. Again, off to your left, right wall of the cove, 6 feet up from the water, just under that dark layer of rock. Now you might be wondering, well, what's a Dells River Pilot and who is Leroy Gates? Well, the Dells River Pilot was someone who considered himself to be an expert in negotiating a stretch of the river. And Leroy Gates is a man who considered himself to be the best of the best. He even boasted his skills by wearing patent leather shoes, a full suit, and a top hat when he navigated the Narrows. Though Leroy never lost a passenger or a raft, he lost his job when the lumber industry switched over to the railroad. And because of this, he created the first
Now, if
you wanted to take one of Leroy's tours, you would have gone over to his private dock, handed him a quarter, and in return, he would have handed you 2 oars. You would have then had to paddle yourself up and down this stretch of the river, with the trip sometimes taking over 8 hours to complete. I like to think we're a little more accommodating today, don't you think? Back between the Devil's Elbow and the Gates inscription was the location of the first bridge to span the Wisconsin River. This was built by Leroy Gates and his father Schuyler Gates, and they operated it as a toll bridge. Everything paid to cross that bridge. You paid your food, all your pigs and chickens paid. My favorite pastime in that era was to pay the toll in the springtime. Go stand up on that bridge and watch these poor lumberjacksmen try to make it through the Devil's Elbow. Off to the left, you can see the start to the old riverbed, so that does mark the end of Black Hawk Island.
Okay.
Switching your attention over to the right shoreline, you can see a docking area. This is our nightly stop for our ghost boat tour that takes you deep into Coldwater Canyon. So if you guys want to come back some summer night and get scared by ghosts and ghouls, this is the place to do it. And you can take a look into Coldwater Canyon coming up off to your right side. Following the shoreline up on the right side, you can see a large triangular-shaped rock known as the Giant Shield. It's one of our natural high water markers here on the Wisconsin River. In 1993 and again in 2010, water crested to the top of the Giant Shield. The highest ever recorded happened back in 1938 when the water crested 4 feet above the shield. You can see another one of our natural high water markers coming up off to the left side. This is known as the Alligator's Head. It's on that ledge, about 2 feet up from the water, jaws wide open. Allie the alligator. And that's off to